So if you clicked on this video, you probably have a VR headset but don't have enough money to spend on all the ridiculously expensive games in the store right now. But don't worry, this video is exactly what you need, and inside this video I'm going to be telling you all the best free games that you can get in 2026. Yes, free, which means you have to spend no money whatsoever, so without further ado, let's get into the first VR game. Okay, so the first free VR game has to be Hyperdash. Now Hyperdash is a fast, colourful multiplayer shooter where you dash, dodge and blast opponents across the arenas, with comfort movement options so newcomers won't get queasy while chasing or get motion sick while playing. Now the second free VR game has to be Aim XR. Now this game is a tactical FPS built for players who grew up on competitive PC shooters, precise gunplay, map control and team-based objectives. So it's basically like Call of Duty just in full 3D VR. Now moving on to the third free VR game, which is one of my favourites, Gun Raiders. Now in this game you strap on a jetpack and take the fight vertical in this arcade shooter, where flying above or below enemies becomes just as important as good aim. And the aim of this game is just to get as many kills as you possibly can before the timer runs out. Now moving on to the fourth free VR game, which is Blast On. And this is a stylish 1v1 duel where bullets move in slow motion, so you're constantly leaning, ducking and weaving through fire while lining up your own perfect shot. So it's basically just a Wild West face-off. Now moving on to more of the social and sport games, we've got the classic Gorilla Tag. Now a lot of people hate on this game, but in this game you swing your arms to move like a gorilla in this wildly popular social game built around tag. It also has infection modes and casual modes where you can hang out in busy public lobbies, and it's a great game to start off playing whenever you get your first VR. And next up is Vegas Infinite. Now in this game you step into a slick virtual casino floor to play poker, roulette and slots along other real players, and it's all wrapped in this glamorous Vegas style atmosphere. So again, this is a great starter game whenever you first get your VR. And the seventh game has to be one of my all-time favourites, which is Gym Class Basketball. Now this is a physics-driven basketball sim where shots actually behave like real hoops. So spin, arcs and rebounds all matter. Now you can play this on your own or with a team where you can hop into different games and play against other people. Now moving on to more of the strategy and arcade game, the eighth game has to be Gods of Gravity. Now this is a snappy real-time strategy game where you fling resources and forces across space to conquer planets. And it's played at an arcade fast pace instead of a slow burn. So make sure to hop onto your VR and download this right now. Now this one has to be probably the best one on this list, and it's Population 1. And if you like Fortnite, you're going to love this game because it's a battle royale while climbing is core to survival. So you can scale buildings, flank from above and fight it out across a massive vertical map. Now moving on to number 11, which is Base. And it's a calm, laid-back fishing game with sunny lakes and a variety of collectible fish. And it's perfect for just a calm game whenever you don't want to play all the action-packed games. Now this one is probably the biggest on the list, and it's Roblox. And you've probably heard of this before, but it's basically where millions of users built worlds and games, but it's now explorable in VR. From theme parks to obstacle courses, there's an endless variety of experiences to jump into. And I don't really have anything else to say about this game, but it's so fun, so make sure you download it. Now the 12th game has to be Big Screen Beta. And this is a virtual living room where you can watch movies, browse your desktop or hang out with friends with a massive shared screen. And you can do this with whoever you want, wherever they live, no matter where they actually are. And moving on to number 13 has to be Arkeo. Now this is a collaborative 3D design tool that turns VR into a sandbox for architects and hobbyists alike. Now in this game you can sketch, model and build spatial ideas together in real time. Now for the 14th and final game, which is Spatial Zombies. And it's a mixed reality wave shooter that scans your actual room and turns your couch and walls into cover as the undead come pouring in around you. And this is the game where you probably want to get first because it turns your surroundings into the actual game. And it shows exactly what your VR headset is capable of. And that's all the games I'm going to be talking about in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want me to do a part 2 of this video where I talk about more games, make sure to comment that down below as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.